Hey everybody, Joe here. Today, I'd like to share with you a little bit of my thought process behind what I think is going to be my next series of paintings I want to do. At least 2 or 3. I know I want to do one big one. So let's kind of look into. I'm going to pull out my sketchbook. I've got a pencil, one of my favorite pencils, ready, and I got a timer set so that I'm going to try and go basically sketch for 10 minutes. But I'll start that timer as I go through here. So this is the sketchbook. I'm working on some little cartoony characters for one of my coloring book ideas, and let's kind of go through some of the scribbles. This is for an illustration I've done for Goodman Games. These are all kind of little thumbnails and things. So you can tell that they're really rough. Got some coffee splotches. But I take photos of these and then I bring them into Photoshop and put them in different layers and fade them back. And here's some different creatures, some flying slime guys that they've got going on. These are probably a little bit harder to see, but when you bring them into Photoshop, you can adjust them so they're a little brighter or darker. Playing around with the Derwent Inktense pencils for some of these slime guys. So she's this wizard. That's pretty cool. For their Empires of the East. Bunch of writing from my children's coloring book. Alright, let's see. We're going to go a little faster. Some of these sketches for children's books. Traction Park, I did that. That was for a friend of mine's X-Crawl module. Some of these little goofy characters. Okay, here's where I'm starting to think about my next series of paintings, and this is basically I'm going to be doing these signs. So when I was a kid, they used to have cartoons on Saturday mornings, and the first cartoons that were on, usually at least one by the time I got up, which I think was probably in the 6 a.m. range, was Looney Tunes. And I don't know what it is, but I think the thing I can remember a lot of them, but what I remember most is when somebody would get caught out in the, and they would break that fourth wall to talk to the audience, they would use a sign. And I think it was because Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner never talked, so they'd hold up the sign. So I think a lot about the characters in holding up these signs, and since I've been thinking about tentacles a lot lately, I thought, let's do some tentacle characters, and then I've got some different things. These are some more illustrations for Goodman Games coming up. I didn't realize I had a lot more in this sketchbook than I thought. More things. Oh, so here's the thing. This is the statement here, and I think and these are all different little statements that I'm going to be playing around with. But embrace your weird, and I think that's what I'm going to work around today. Build upon your core, change your perspective. But so let's do 10 minutes of playing around with characters that embrace your weird. So, and then we'll talk a little bit about that. So what embrace your weird. So this is the sign's going to be here, right? Embrace your weird. And what do I think that means? I think basically, I think the thing is you might think, oh, that person's weird, or it's too weird for me to share that. But I think the thing that people forget is we've all got some weirdness to us, right? And whether it's something that's super mainstream, the only reason it's not weird is because there's a lot more people doing it, right? So I think if it doesn't hurt anybody, let's celebrate the things that make us different, right? Those are the things that make us weird. What are the things, I'm going to do things differently than the next person down the road. And you're going to probably do things a lot different than I would do it. But that doesn't make it wrong. But it could make us weird, right? It's like what? Keep Austin weird, keep Portland weird, keep everybody weird. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Keep everybody weird, right? Everybody weird. So I'm thinking about these different characters. I think what makes a tentacle a character, right? I think we probably have to give him the eyes. I think I had that one on the side, so I've got eyes that kind of bulge out a little bit, right? So that it gives it a little bit more of a look. And then because it's a tentacle, we can put the eyes wherever we want, right? Let's give them, I think, and the thing too is that they can all be, let's put an eyeball down here. They can all be, let's put another one coming behind. And the more tentacles you have, I mean, is it the only, is each one its own character, or are they all part of the same character, right? Let's give them some teeth. We don't have to make them be super sharp. Maybe we can make it smile a little bit. We'll put maybe a couple miles on this one. Give them some inside. Make it darker. So the nice thing about this pencil is it's, you know, it's fat. Get a decent amount of shading with it without too much, but it is soft. It's a soft lead I've got in here. So I think with this pencil, there aren't a lot of options for lead weights, but the HB is HB is what it's got in here. I'm pretty sure. Let's make it do a tongue. Rolling stones. Some texture to his tentacle. So, you know, this would be like a painting. I'm thinking different size things, different size canvases. But I think I'm gonna so some of my fellow artists from Goodwin Games, they do a lot of ink work, and their stuff is really cool. I'm amazed that I get to be a part of their community. So they'll do inking, and then they'll use watercolor over the inks or under the inks. And so I think I'm going to do some of these as those, and I'll work through showing what those things are. Let's do another. Let's just take a sign, and then just think of another character that's maybe holding these things. But it's going to be another embrace your weird, right? Let's just say keep being weird. Drop off the G. There's an RV guy, Chrome Valdez, that says, so he calls everybody weirdos. And I think, I think there's a lot that be said about something like that. Just that, hey, we are what we are, and you got to embrace that. Embrace those differences. I grew up with, my father's, Sicilian, so I grew up with a lot of, Italian foods, and they're awesome. But there's a lot of things that, are a lot of things that are same, a lot of things that are different. But, you might have grown up with, Spanish or Mexican food or Greek food or Japanese food, and those are things that, like, to me might be weird, but to you are awesome and normal. And I think the more we get to experience each other's weirdness, the more we get to learn about everything in the in the world today, and like find out like, oh, well, that's not only is your weird not weird, but it could be pretty awesome. All right, let's see. Let's just give this guy some weird. Make him. Like he's got something creepy going on, maybe. Give him some weird hair, some eyebrows. Now, and the cool thing about this being in my sketchbook is, you know, I'm going to be able to change this around. So when it comes to a painting, you know, we can do all sorts of stuff. Like things in the background, maybe other people. Have this weird fish guy. We can keep him. Think about things that'll make him strange. Put his tongue out here. What's he got on his tongue? Let's give him a 7-Eleven Slurpee out here. All right. Because who eats a Slurpee like this? Nobody. And if you do, please let us know in the comments, because we probably want to know. Well, maybe we don't. We do. Let's get crazy hair. He's gotta have a big nose. Let's erase out some of that nose so you can see it better. I use the eraser a lot. Sometimes when sometimes I do. The eraser can be kind of a crutch sometimes. And I think at least for sketching, it's kind of more important to kind of get things down while you can. We get a crazy shadow from my GoPro. Let's see, let's make this guy more of a wall-eyed goblin. Some crazy ears off the page. Her hair. Cups of hair on his thing. So this guy can be, holding the sign. Let's flip the page. Oh, well, we got 20 seconds left. Let's keep going. Let's make him have his hands folded. And then so really for me, I think this series is going to be, signs of the times or signs or something. All right. That was 10 minutes. 10 minutes in the morning. Hey, I'm having fun. So I hope you're having fun too. Let's try. I'm gonna try and get this thing going again with this 10 minutes. 10 minutes sketching every day, and get the brain flowing. Like I had 1 cup of coffee. I'm probably gonna have more than 1 cup of coffee. But yeah, hope you're all having fun. And hey, I wish you a lot of success in everything you do. Keep on being weird and keep things going. If you can give somebody a reason to smile, you just might get to smile too. Take care, everybody. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah.